Welcome to the Ordinary Marathoner Podcast.
Hello and welcome to the Ordinary Marathoner Podcast. My name is Coach Scott. I'll be your host today. It is Wednesday, October 28th. Hope you guys are having a good week so far. Hope you're getting all that training done. Hope you had a great weekend over the weekend. We are approaching this time now, right? It is, man, I tell you, it is getting dark out early. We started this 5 a.m. thing, 5 a.m. bike rides 11 weeks ago. And when I used to get up into my bike ride, I could see it getting lighter out. I could see it, by the time I finished the ride, by the time 6 a.m. rolled around, it was nice. It was light out. It was ready to start the day. Now it's like it is dark until way after 7 a.m. It is miserable. And at night it's even worse. Last night I looked outside. It was like 5:45 and it was dark. It's definitely dark by 6. Ellie wakes up from her nap usually around 3:30. We eat dinner kind of around 5. And I really liked kind of throwing her into the stroller and taking her for a walk after dinner. And now that window is closed. So it's like days get shorter. It gets a little depressing. I know, some of you guys probably used to, come home from work and you go out running at night or go out riding at night. And that's either, maybe that's no longer a possibility if you don't like running at night in the dark or whatever it may be. It's hard. It's hard to deal with. It's getting colder out, guys. I see some people posting pictures of snow and ice and all that stuff. And man, it's just, this is like the depressing time of year. And especially now, this is the time. I mean, this weekend was supposed to be New York City Marathon, guys. This upcoming weekend was supposed to be New York City Marathon. Obviously that's canceled. Philadelphia a couple of weeks later, that's canceled too. It's been it's depressing, demoralizing. And then you take all of this year and all the things that have been happening within running, with outside of running, and with everything going on. And now you start to throw in the shorter days, the colder weather. It's depressing. It's one of the reasons why we decided that we were going to start. This year we were going to do the Ordinary Half Marathon. And I got to tell you, the feedback we've gotten so far about this idea has been great. I want to thank all you guys for registering, going to ordinarymarathon.com. It's actually, you have to register for our 2021 race, and you're automatically entered to do the Ordinary Half Marathon in November. So the way it works is you register for the 2021 Ordinary Marathon. That's a 10-day event, will happen in May. I don't think we have dates planned out for that yet. But if you register for that, automatically entered into the Ordinary Half, which is November 27 to November 29. Steph and I are going to be heading out to the Boston area, I believe November 28th. Going to meet a few people: Katie Mayo, Lorraine Fano, Mary O'Connell, maybe Stu Weiner. I never reach out. I always say I'm going to reach out to Stu. I never do. But hopefully we can meet some of you guys out there. And if you want to join us, let me know. Obviously we'll be social distancing. I'm not going to run and wear a mask, though. I hope that doesn't make you mask people very mad at me. But we're not going to be slobbering all over each other either. We're going to be running our own individual races and kind of just, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be able to, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to run a half marathon. I'm a little nervous about that. We're going to talk about that in a bit. Anyway, the requirements of running the Ordinary Half Marathon. Now, we're going to say, it's not a requirement to run a half marathon. You could do it in one day if you'd like. You could try to run a half marathon in one day, or you can try to do a cumulative one where you do it over the 3 days and you try to total up 13.1 miles. I think that's a pretty good way to do it. Or, if you're not sure that you can cover the distance over 3 days, and look, if you're starting training, we get it. We're ordinary. You're our peeps. This is what we do. Just set a goal for yourself. Set a reasonable goal. Set a goal that is going to make you happy, that you're going to have to work for, but isn't going to crush you and kill you and demoralize you and make you feel like you can't walk for days. We want you to enjoy running. We want you to get into it. We want you to have, to get into it the right way and enjoy all the health benefits of it as well. But check it out. Join us. We'd be happy to have anyone come and join the race, whether or not you can finish a complete half marathon or not. So go to ordinarymarathon.com, register for the 2021 race. I will say too, one thing to note, the 2021 race is the one where the medal, we're going to have the medal, we're going to have the race shirt, all that stuff. This one for the half marathon, the only thing we're really going to do, we're going to do a lot of giveaways. We have a lot of product giveaways. I'll mention them in a second. But we'll do a virtual medal or a virtual certificate for finishing. And we're going to do the slideshow as long as we get enough pictures. Now we have a bunch of people registered, but we only have 3 days. So we got to get those pictures in. We have to be energetic, enthusiastic. We have to hit it hard those 3 days. I got to get a lot of pictures, and then we'll make the slideshow that we do for the Ordinary Marathon, which is, I think, one of the best parts of the whole race is the slideshow at the end. So I'm going to need some really enthusiastic, energetic participation for this race, November 27th through 29th. Head on over to ordinarymarathon.com, register for the 2021 race. That'll automatically enroll you for the half marathon, and then start training. Because I got to tell you, it has kind of lit a fire under me in terms of running. I have not been running for I haven't run in about a month. I had a calendar here because when I started training for Philly because Philly didn't actually, it didn't cancel until I think June, right? They didn't cancel until like June. They didn't know. So I have my entire training plan here. I stopped running. I stopped training for the marathon at the end of June. June 28th was my last real long run. And I haven't really I've had some intermittent periods of time where I've done, a few runs here and there, but no real solid running plan for me. And I just, I started on Monday. On Monday, I ran 2.5 miles. I did on the treadmill. This was kind of like just a run to feel it out and see where I was, right? It wasn't really a big, I just wanted to run for, I was running a 10-minute mile pace-ish, which is kind of like, it's just a nice round number. And it gives me a really good frame, a point of reference, I guess, to decide whether or not I'm in decent shape or not in good shape at all. And I did okay. I think the last mile, I was able to kind of hit the speed up a little bit. I was probably averaged over the 2.5 miles, like a 9:50 pace, which is pretty good. And it's not devastating. So the cycling that I've been doing, and I've been doing it almost pretty much every day, has been helping. All right. It has been helping. It's not, but I'm not in great shape. I woke up on Tuesday morning and my quads, they're not like painfully sore, but they're awake. They've been awakened. They feel a little tight. And then yesterday I went out with Ellie. I put her in the running stroller, and I just kind of made a little circuitous route. It would turn out to be 1.5 miles. I didn't know how long it would be. I thought it was going to be closer to 2, but it was 1.5 miles, and pushing the run stroller, which kind of negates any kind of analysis that you can do when you push the run stroller. You don't know how slow or fast the effect is. And she's getting bigger. I haven't put her in the running stroller in probably like a year, maybe not that long, but it's hard to kind of gauge how much you're pushing and how much that's going to affect your pace. So it was good to get out. And then again, this morning I woke up and my quads are still sore. Now, the interesting thing to me was I've been cycling so much. So how do I go out and run 4 miles over the course of 2 days and have my quads just burn? I don't know. And I think it does come back to, and I talked about this on the live stream this morning a little bit. I think it comes back to, when you do a triathlon, you kind of realize this, you recognize this, that there are bike legs and there are run legs, and they both affect the quads extraordinarily. Other muscle groups too, obviously, but both affect the quads tremendously. And for some reason, and that's why you do brick workouts, right? You do workouts where you do the bike and then you transition to the run. It's because your body actually, there is a slight difference in how the quads react from cycling and running. And it's true. You get off that bike and sometimes you're like, man, how the hell am I going to run? How am I going to run with these legs? I just rode the bike and it just shredded them. And then you get out and you start running, you start moving, you get that first mile under your belt, and all of a sudden your legs start to click into gear a little bit, and those bike legs they fade back, and those run legs kick in, and it's just a little bit different enough that my quads are burning today just because I went and did 2 short runs. And again, it's all relative, guys. So if you're out there and you're just starting running, you're saying, "Oh, look, he said 2.5 miles is short." It's relative, all right? It's always relative. I mean, there are people that'll say, "Oh, I went 10 miles yesterday." So I do accept that. So. I ran 4 miles and the quads were sore this morning. So we'll see how it goes, but hopefully this is kicking me into gear. Now I do I have tons of bike rides in the next couple days. I did my morning ride this morning, and we'll talk about my little ordeal with the bike in a bit. But I did my 5 a.m. workout. This is week 11 of the 5 a.m. workout series, which is in perpetuity. We have no idea when it's going to end. Hopefully we just keep going. I like the habit. I like the habit of getting up early and getting things done. It's been really good for me. It's been really good. But I got this morning and did the workout. Now, Wednesday night, so that's tonight. Tonight at 6 p.m., if you are around and you're on Zwift, come join us. It's the USA Triathlon workout ride that I do every 5 weeks or so, depending on how many people they have doing the ride. So, yeah, I'm thrilled that they gave me this opportunity. USA Triathlon and Zwift getting together to do this weekly workout on Wednesday nights at 6 p.m. And, we're going to be doing some threshold ladders. It's a running work. I kind of transformed a running workout that I give to a lot of my athletes into a bike workout. I tried it. It was pretty good. You're going to sweat. You're going to get a lot out of it. So come join us. We'll also post it up on the YouTube channel. We'll live stream it up on the YouTube channel. So go to the Ordinary Marathoner YouTube channel and check that out too. If you can't ride with us, you can still watch and enjoy watching us destroy ourselves. It'll be fun. Come on along. But looking forward to that. Now, obviously, Thursday morning, Friday morning, we got our still our morning rides, and Thursday night we have our trivia ride, which will be done as well. And then I have a lot of riding that I want to do on the weekend too. So it's a riding centric week for the rest of the week for me. But I do have to I'm going to try to get one good run in over the weekend. That's the plan. So I have two rides today, 2 rides tomorrow, Friday ride in the morning. And then Saturday and Sunday, I probably got about 5 hours of riding that I want to do. And then probably try to sneak in one run. I got to sneak in one run. I got to build up. I mean, if I'm running 4 miles and getting sore, to think that in a month I'm going to run a half marathon, that might not be a good idea. So who knows? Maybe I'll be one of the guys that have to kind of set my goals a little bit lower. I don't know how it's going to work. We'll see when we get there, but I got a lot of work to do. That's for sure. Now, like I said, we've been doing these 5 a.m. workouts every day for the last 11 weeks. I've missed 2 days up until this week, leading into this week. Now, my bike, look, on a scale of 1, I admit this. And this is something that I do wrong, and I impress upon my athletes to please, if you're doing triathlon, take care of the bike. Take care of the bike. I can send you videos on how to do it. I am guilty of this wholeheartedly. On a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being that I do absolutely zero work on my bike, nothing, no maintenance, no nothing. And 10 being I keep my bike shiny every day. Even when I don't ride it, I come down and I just wax it and do I'm probably like a 3. I don't do enough to keep it in good shape. Now, the bike is 5 years old. I usually take it in once a year to get a tune up, because I like other people to just look at it and make sure things are working, to make sure if I'm going down a hill and I squeeze that brake, the cable's not going to pop off, my handlebars aren't going to come out of the out of the post, anything like that. I want to, if I crash because of the bike, I want to be able to blame someone. I don't want to. I'm not very handy myself, so I don't want that responsibility on me. I want to blame somebody else. Anyway, this year I didn't take it in because I kept the bike on the trainer most of the time. It's been on the trainer. It's been indoors. I took it out a couple times here and there, but it really needs some work, and I knew it needed some work, and the gears were kind of creaky, and the shifting wasn't smooth, and so on Friday, I finished my morning ride, and I called the shop, and I said, hey man, I want to bring the bike in. I bought the bike there, thousands of dollars. I bought the bike there. I bought my bike rack there. I know the owner. He's been really nice to me. And I said, hey, can you just look at the bike, give it a little once over, give it a tune up, and if I do that, can I have it back on Sunday night? Now, normally they're open Sundays, by the way. And the guy asked the bike tech. The guy's like, yeah, sure. We'll be able to do it by Sunday night. Oh, great. Because I have a ride Monday. Now I'm making it seem like my Monday morning ride is like the thing I cannot absolutely miss. But in reality, I don't want to miss it. I want to be able to do it. So he puts the bike up on the thing and he starts looking at it. And he's like, look, man, you need a new chain. You need new chain rings. You need a new cassette. And frankly, I knew that. I knew that was going to be the case. I knew that was going to be the problem. I knew it needed work. So the guy's like, all right. And I said, yeah, let's just do the work. So he puts my bike at the bottom of the list and he says, look, I thought you were coming in for a tune-up. I might not be able to have it by Sunday. And we're closed Sundays anyway, he tells me. It looks like they're closed. They're usually open on Sundays, but they're closed because of COVID. So he's like, I'll probably have it done by Monday night, latest Tuesday morning. Excellent. All right, fine. I get it. You can take the bike, get the work done. He priced it out for me. I'm like, all right, I'll take the hit, whatever. And the bike needs to be in good shape. And I leave him the bike, and I so there I can't ride on the weekends. I don't have a backup bike. I should. I want one. They're expensive. It's hard. Hey, if you're out there and you're a sponsor, I'm here for you. I will talk about you every single podcast. If you feel like throwing a bike my way. I see Canyon's giving bikes to everybody these days. They're like, here, take a Canyon. Can I have one? No. Maybe. I don't know. I have a Scott bike. It's my name. Why don't they should be hooking me up? I don't know. I don't see why they don't want to give me a bike. It's just a free bike. That's what you do, right? Anyway, I'm trying my hardest, but I don't think a free bike's coming my way anytime soon. But I need a second bike. I get that, but I don't have one. So now I'm out, right? I don't get the call Saturday. I know they're closed Sunday, Monday, and I don't want to be that guy that calls and asks all the time, right? I don't want to be the guy that calls and, hey, is my bike done? Hey, is my bike done? But they don't call me Monday. And now Tuesday morning rolls around. I'm like, look, all right, I have my Wednesday night ride, my USA Triathlon ride on Wednesday night. What am I going to do? I need to make sure that I'm going to get this bike back. So I called on Tuesday morning. So yesterday morning I called and I said, hey, I said it'd probably be done Monday night, but I just wanted to call and find out because I really need the bike tomorrow morning. And he says, well, the tech comes on the phone. He goes, I haven't looked at the bike yet. I'll probably get to it later today, if not tomorrow. And I'm not really sure that I have the parts yet. I might have to source the parts, which may take a couple more days. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. I don't know what's wrong with people in timing. I don't get it. Why do people why even just, I just want an honest answer. If you're not going to be able to get my bike to me to Wednesday, tell me I'm not going to get the bike by Wednesday. Don't give me this runaround about, And so I told the guy, I said, listen, if you can get the bike fixed today, I need to pick it up tonight. And truth be told, I didn't need to. I could have skipped this morning's ride. But I didn't want him to have it anymore, and I didn't want to even risk. My fear was if I gave him the bike, that I would walk in on Wednesday, just in time to kind of get it back for my Wednesday night ride for USA Triathlon, and it wouldn't be ready, and and there it would be on the thing, and the chain rings would be off, and everything, and they would have to do, and it just was going to be an impossible task. That was my fear, and you know what? They didn't give me any reason to have any confidence in them at that point whatsoever. So I said, listen, I'm going to come pick up the bike on Tuesday night. If you can get to it and the work gets done, that's fine. I'll pay for it. If not, as long as it's still in one piece, I'm going to just take it home as it is. And the guy's like, all right, fine. Went there last night. They hadn't got to it. The guy told me it was second on the list to get looked at the next morning. And I didn't want to risk it. I didn't want to risk it. I think one of the things that we need to have here in this country is a comprehensive bike healthcare program. It's all over the place. The lines are too long. The wait is too long. These are real problems that triathletes have and cyclists have. The separation anxiety that went through me over the last 5 days, as the levels were high and they were legit. I mean, Matt Shore is out there trying to catch me. I'm level 34 on Zwift and he's level 32 and he's out there trying to catch me and I don't have a bike to ride. I can't keep up. I can't put space between us. It's frustrating. And it's frustrating missing morning rides. And I know that Ron Booz is out there Monday and Tuesday getting up at 5 a.m., getting on that bike and getting it done. And God bless him. That's awesome that you could get it done. One day I know he's by himself. One day I think he rode with Mike Romans. I missed both days. But here I was coming home last night, carrying the bike in from the car. And I got to tell you, for a second there, I was thinking to myself, man, here I am with this bike. And it was kind of like bittersweet, right? It was sweet because I had my bike. And I wasn't going to miss Wednesday night, and I wasn't going to miss this morning. I felt pretty good about it, and the bike was in my hands. And then the bitter part was that it's still in the same condition that it was. Even more so, as I was carrying the bike indoors, I started thinking to myself, why do I do this? It was almost like, the scene where I have like the angel on the one shoulder and the devil on the other. And the angel was going, "Yay, you get to get up at 5 a.m. and join the guys again in the morning to ride." And the devil was like, "Why do you wake up at 4:30 a.m. to try to ride? You have all day. You could ride any time during the day. Why do you do this to yourself? Sleep is good." I've had 4 days in a row of sleep. And it's kind of funny that, they talk about like habit building, habit forming. And how if you just keep doing something over and over, that discipline kind of sets in and it becomes a habit. And it's been 10 weeks of every day, other than 10 weeks of every day getting up at 5 a.m. and riding. And I after 4 days of getting good sleep, so Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, of getting really good quality sleep in the morning, my brain's telling me, why do I need to get up early? It was fun sleeping. It was nice sleeping. It was a good experience. I can't imagine waking up at 4:30 again and trying to get on that bike. But I kind of fought through that. All right. I fought through that. And I did a little work last night and I was about to go to bed. And I'm like, you know what? Again, part of this habit, and especially when I'm questioning myself and my ability to actually get things done, part of the habit is the night before, you got to set yourself up, man. You got to set yourself up to be ready to do it. And especially if you know you're going to be facing adversity within your own mind, get up or not get up, you gotta just set yourself up as best possible to be successful. So I took the bike downstairs. I set it up on the trainer. I tested it out to make sure it worked. It did. I took the computer for the live stream. I set up the live stream. Everything was ready to go. All I had to do was slip on my shoes, jump on the bike and ride. And I got to tell you, when that alarm rang at 4:30 this morning, I actually missed getting up at 4:30 in the morning. It's very strange. I know. I don't even know if I want to confess that, but I actually did. That habit sunk in and I actually felt like, man, I got to do this. And it was easy to get up and get out of bed. And I've talked about this before. Some days it's easy. Some days it's not. This morning was just easy. 4:30, got out of bed, got ready, got on the bike, ready to go, jammed out a workout. It was a tough workout. I worked really hard. Felt really good. Finished. Checked the box. Done. Now I have another one later today. I'm happy about that. Happy to have a second workout in the day. And it just felt good. It felt good to kind of get back in the habit and get it done again. And it just sort of reminded me, it was weird. Last night, bringing that bike in, I had that devil over my shoulder. Hey, why do you do this to yourself? Why do you need to do this? You're not a professional cyclist. You're not a professional triathlete. What are you doing? And the other person saying, hey, just do it. Just get up and do it because you've been doing it and you know it's good for you. Even though my brain was telling me, I don't know it's good for me. My brain's telling me like, it's not good for you. Sleep is good for you. And the other, just do it again. Just set the alarm, go through. And you go through the motions. Your body is used to going through the motions. After 10 weeks of doing it, put the bike on the trainer, get everything set up, get everything ready. And boom, the morning came, the alarm rang. I was up, I was out of bed, I got it done. I can't impress, upon you guys more, that especially if you don't have time, especially if you're having trouble getting workouts in, the morning is the time to do it. And if you get up, if you leave the house at 5:30, you can get up and get a workout in. You can. You just got to go to bed earlier. You got to prioritize. Because what are you doing at night? You're surfing on your cell phone. You're watching some TV. What's more important? And, I've had to consciously make those decisions a number of times. And really the last 11 weeks, I feel really good about it. It feels really positive. And as we head into this winter and as we head into this depressing time where it's dark all the time and it starts to get cold and the snow's going to fall and it's going to be miserable. As we do that, the morning workout's going to become more and more important. The indoor workout's going to become more and more important. And I got to do it because I got to be ready. I want to be ready for next year so bad. I got a race in June, a 70.3. We got some other things going on. I think I might even have a half marathon in there somewhere. I think we're doing rock and roll next year. But I don't know. It feels like, it feels like I want to say it feels good. It feels like I'm ready to accept the challenges that are coming ahead over the next few months and attack them vigorously. And I'm excited about that. So I hope you guys are too. Later on today, I will be posting at teamordinary.com. I will be posting a blog by Erin Shepard. She recently wrote another one that I just got to edit it and send. I say edit it, but she's brilliant. So it's probably just pristine. I just copy and paste it, or I screw it up somehow. But I'll post that later today. Keep an eye out for that. And get those workouts done, guys. I understand it's depressing. Sign up for the Ordinary Marathon, and keep things going, keep things moving. Heading into the winter, don't get depressed. I know there's a lot of other factors. It's not just the workout, and it's not just there's a lot. There's the pandemic, there's the election, all that stuff just throws stress on you. Get it done. Get the workouts done. Do something for yourself to get yourself through this period of time and better yourself. You're going to be better for it in the end. Remember, every day is an ordinary day unless you make it extraordinary. So get after it, guys.